All right. Welcome to CIS 6115, our summer machine learning class. I'm Tom Gibbons. I'm your instructor. Uh, it's, what is it, May 18th already, and it's 2026. So I just want to give you an updated intro to the course. Um, some of the videos in here I've recorded in previous summers because they don't change that much, but some of them will. And so I will be recording some new stuff or adding some additional content as we go through this here. So, well, welcome. This might be your first course for me. So let's just go over the basics here. So again, watch for the announcements here. You also see my contact information here. I can use Zoom a lot. So here's my Zoom link if you're ever needing that. And you can schedule appointments. You'll see this link multiple places. Right now, I think I have appointments for Thursday evenings and Sunday evenings. Assignments are due, I think, on Sundays in this class for that. So let's go over the content. I'll just warn you right away, this is a very fast class. It's a summer class, and it's a 7-week class. You'd think, oh, that's all June and July almost, but no, it is June and 1 week in July and 2 weeks in May. So in your mind, you should be thinking of this as a June course, basically. Will be done before the 4th of July, I believe, this year. So, okay. So this is the course, of course, here. We have the different units here. We're going to be doing 1 unit a week here, although in the first year, the first week we're going to do 2 units. So sorry about that. Because we want to try to get you caught up on some basic stuff here, stuff that I think you may have had before, but I'm not entirely sure of for this stuff. And then the other units will be running here. So let's just look at unit 1, which is kind of the more of a traditional unit that the other units will follow here. There will always be a unit plan here. You can click on that. And let me just move this out of away from me. Okay. That'll open up. I'm going to open this up as a Google Doc. That's actually a Google Doc here. Which will walk you through our different assignments and stuff. So we'll be doing machine learning. We'll be running a lot of code that does machine learning. Code will be in Python and what I'll call Python notebooks. Often we'll just have maybe one notebook, but again, in this first unit, we're trying to get caught up on a lot of general stuff. And so we're going to be doing 3 different notebooks in this first unit. We're going to be looking at just how training works, support vector machines, and decision trees models. And we're running code for all 3 of those for that. Then you have to do a write-up here. So that'll be a separate document. With the write-up documents, what you want to do is make a copy of them, to make copy, and then put your name here, and once you make copy, you can edit it. And then you'll want to answer these questions as you go through and run the software. And again, so you should be generally relatively quick, answers like find a clear definition of mean squared or root square mean from the internet and paste it in here. Now you can use AI in your learning here. So again, this is if you are using an AI system, or nowadays, even if you just search Google, the AI definition is probably just fine too. You can just say, rather than when a URL, just say found from Gemini or ChatGPT or whatever AI you want. That's fine. If I want a peer-reviewed source, I will say it here. So generally AI or anywhere on the internet is just fine for this sort of stuff where we're just looking for basic information here. So again, this is chapter 5 and chapter 6 stuff. Now, what are these chapters referred to? These chapters refer to our textbook here. We're using this hands-on machine learning with scikit-learn, Keras, and TensorFlow. Um, it's been around for quite a while, but most of the the techniques and stuff in it are still very valid. When we get into some of the newer stuff, we may move beyond this textbook, but for most of the stuff we're covering here. Um, support vector machines, basic neural networks, and that sort of stuff. They've been around for 20 years, so it hasn't changed that much. When we get into large language model LLMs and the chat GPTs and those sorts of, that's where things have been changing very rapidly. Um, so again, in this textbook, in the preliminary stuff, we're going to kind of have you look at the first few chapters here, but in this unit, we're going to just talk about training models. It gets into linear regression. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger. Mm. Okay, so we're going to start doing this. That's why chapter 4, I'll talk about training models for this there, and then 5 will be support vector machines, and 6 will be decision trees here. If you don't have the textbook yet, you should be able to find it anywhere. And this first unit you can get by with just running the code and catching up on the reading later on, I believe, for that. So let me know if you have trouble getting a textbook in on time. We can provide you some links to the chapters or something like that too. Okay, so so again, this is our Unit 1 plan here. Now, on each unit, besides these chapter-specific stuff, we'll have a applied project, what we call a mini project here. And we'll look at this, and this will be a notebook we'll actually run for it. This is classification of breast cancer data, a well-known data set here. So we'll provide you some background information, and then there'll be our code, but we broke it up into different areas here. And then you can then run these commands here. I'm going to just go down here and show you can hit run here. Now it's important you run these in the right order, otherwise you'll get some errors in them. So when I run this, I get this error here, cancer name not defined. That's because I forgot to run this one here, and then that one won't work because that needs this one. So it's important that you run this in order. I like to run them one at a time and go through and kind of watch and look at the code of each one. I know some students just like to do run all. It'll run them all in the background, and then you can just go and see. You don't have to be waiting for the results of each one. You can just see the results of each one and the scores and stuff like that. So feel free to do that. You should make sure you run it yourself here because we want your numbers to be different than mine. And again, the code has a lot of randomness built in, so not when everyone runs them, we'll get slightly different numbers here. So just make sure you do that here. So you'll do a project, and with the project, there'll be a write-up for that stuff. So like here, they're linked to the write-up. Similar here, you want to make a copy of this and then write some information about that. So, okay. So again, the main idea is to find the plan for the unit and walk through the plan there. Now, back in here, if I go back to Unit 1, okay, so that was the link to the plan. And now we also have a discussion area. And again, I've skipped out the last part of the unit plan was the discussion area here. So here's a discussion, and it'll be somewhat related to what we've covered in class, but I actually want us to start thinking about newest. I mean, it's kind of disappointing to talk about machine learning and only and look at these 20-year-old technology. So I'm going to give you a chance to, if you haven't been using any of the large language models, try those out here and see. And if you have, post it, and then find some article or reference about those here. You can post an original post with a link to an article or a video or me, a podcast. I don't care what you post here. And this is your requirement for the post. Or if you want to reply to someone else's post, you can provide a quote here, state your position, and do the Q&A sort of stuff for this. For full points, you have to do at least two posts or replies by Sunday night. So you can do two posts or two replies or one post and one reply. Well, whatever, just so you have two there. So, now, as far as the assignments go, here's the notebook write-up here and talks about this. And here's our mini project. So again, when you are submitting these here, you can click on those and then choose to submit a link to your notebook. Again, some professors require you to create a PDF with it. You can certainly do that if you want. I'm not too worried about you going in and after the deadline updating, your answers or anything like that. So if you want to just submit a link, that's fine with me too. Here for those. The last thing, okay, so that's all required. It's a lot to do. But if you're still bored or very interested, there's optional explore activities. So I don't have the dates updated here. I want to make sure I do that. Looks like I haven't done my shift date properly here. But okay, sorry. There are these optional explore activities here for this. So these are different things you can do. Tutorials, there's lots of cool tutorials on machine learning out there. And so this will point to some that are related to the material in the textbook. So just introductions to machine learning, visualizations, linear regression sort of stuff are in here, ideas. So if you want to look at those things, you can do one of those and get some extra credit. Sometimes students like to do those, and then later on, if they can't finish up an assignment or are late or something like that, this can help compensate for that. And again, we should have explore activities in every unit here. Now, because this is the first unit, we're going to do a fair amount of prep here. And so we have a Unit 0 plan. Let me close some of this stuff. So for the Unit 0 plan, This is this video. I'm actually updating it right now, and we'll post a new link to this here. Talks a little bit about this Google Collaboratory. Suggests you skim over these chapters in the textbook. You don't have to read them entirely, but again, and basically just telling we're going to be skipping over them. And if you're not, if you're fairly new to machine learning or anything like that, you might want to read some of that sort of stuff. Some of that material in these early chapters is a little dated, so it's not, yeah. So just be aware of that. So. Okay, and then unit checklists here, review the syllabus. So again, we should be looking at the syllabus. So if we go over here to the syllabus, let me open it up in a new window. So the syllabus is here. It'll include my email, my text message, my phone number, cell phone number here, and my Zoom link for that, and information about the schedule and stuff like that. So feel free to review that. Your textbooks here for this, and then notebooks. There's just one notebook here that you can try out, and as a good practice one for this and stuff. So again, not really anything due for unit 0 here. Let's go back here and do this. But you do want to do the discussion and do a student intro and do an introduction to yourself. You probably have done these so many times. So here's some ideas, but you can put whatever you want in the intro. Feel free to post something new you want to share about yourself. You don't have to say everything, anything, just one, something about yourself is fine. That's all I really need here. Okay. Now, feel free to reach out to me. My students regularly email me and text me in the summer. If you want a quicker answer, a text message gets much a faster response than an email generally does. So if you're stuck on something, do that for this. Feel free when you're working on things to use AI. I have a couple of statements. Let me see if I can find my statement on AI. So I have a number of official statements on AI, but here's the one I'm currently using just as we prep for this class. AI, this isn't a big coding class, so AI can be used and allowed in coding here, especially if you get stuck or something's not working or you need help with something there. So you can use AI to help with coding. It's really quite good with that sort of stuff, especially this level of coding. Now, write-ups and reflections should be your own voice there and not just AI generated. So you will not get full credit if it's all AI generated. It has to be in your own voice, your own examples, that sort of stuff there. Now, you can use AI as your writing assistant. Ask it questions like, okay, I wrote this, help me improve it, or help me, how would I tweak this or that sort of stuff. So you can, and again, you got Grammarly or something like that running, that's fine. But again, it should be in what I call your own voice. It should sound like you, whatever you submit, and you should own that, what you write up. So, I should be able to ask you questions about it. You should understand it because you wrote it, or, you own that. So that's our plan. Should be a fun class. Again, feel free to reach out to me. If you want, send me a quick email or a text message is actually kind of nice. Just saying hi, and so I can have you in my contacts there. Just say hi, this is so-and-so from your machine learning class. Just checking, saying hi or whatever, and then I can save you in my contacts. You don't have to, but you can certainly do that for prep for the rest of the semester. Okay. Looking forward to getting to know each of you. See if I can stop this and end.